Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our podcast once again. Today, we have a very special guest with us. He is a mentor, a teacher, a content creator, a DevOps engineer, and he is the person who believes in giving back to the community. Without any further ado, let's welcome Mr. Praveen Singampalli with us.
Hey, I'm good, Piyush. Thanks a lot for inviting me to your channel. It's really feeling great when we are spreading the same kind of knowledge across various communities. I hope this podcast will definitely help all our viewers because, as we have discussed, we have put in so important points. So, guys, please watch till the end of this video. It will definitely help you.
That's really amazing. So, why don't we start with your introduction in your own words?
Great. So, as Piyush Bhai said, I'm basically a DevOps engineer working at Walmart, and I have close to 7 years of experience. And I'm basically teaching and mentoring students across various platforms like LinkedIn, YouTube, Telegram, Instagram, everywhere. Also under me, right? Many of the students have got good packages. The highest is at present going on is 30 LPA, and recently one more fresher has got three job opportunities being in college, right? So I hope my teachings will also help to the viewers who are watching Piyush Bai channel, right? And I love to spread the knowledge whatever I have. So that is where I think people have started liking more, right? And coming on to the other things, I am feeling very much happy you have called me to your channel. So let's start with
Pleasure is
main
all
question.
mine. Thank you very much. That's
Yeah.
quite an introduction. So, Praveen, why don't we start with your journey to be a DevOps engineer? Like, how did it happen?
Yes, great question. So, coming on to my journey, it was not easy, bhai, because see, in college we don't have that kind of maturity. Like, we have to crack good organizations. The only intention in our mind is
Yeah,
like we have to crack a decent organization where we get some amount of package. With that, our family is happy, our parents are happy, our surroundings are happy. With that sufficient, I mean, the self satisfaction. I just came out of the college, and the first company I joined was Infosys. And as you all know, in service based organization we have that culture, like they train you in something and they put you in something.
yeah,
So like that, I have joined the DevOps team. I was trained in
yeah,
Java but joined DevOps team. But again, there was so many difficulties because I was not knowing how to do Google, right? Google is very important factor. Like proper googling gives you the proper answer. I was not knowing that. And they were conducting some random tests on DevOps tools which I was not able to clear. And at the end, right, I got very less marks in every test and they kicked out of the project. So at that time I was very low, but still my friend supported ki yaar, you will get something. And immediately I have applied to one more job opportunity inside Infosys only, and luckily I got selected there. But still the pressure was very high because I was not knowing what is infra, what is Docker, what is
yeah.
Kubernetes, nothing. I was, with blank mind I went to the team. And yes, with support of the people, the tech leads and my co-peers, right, with them I got the support. And that's how the journey started. And the second opportunity was Verizon. I joined. Even I would tell you frankly that even at that time I was not that much matured, nothing like that. I got the offer, I joined Verizon. And after joining Verizon, the mind got more thinkable. I can say that, right?
Yeah.
And that's where I started to grab more opportunities. And as everyone knows, now I am currently working with Walmart. So whatever I have achieved till now is because of all the factors, whatever I have discussed.
That's so motivating to know about your journey, how you started. Remember, guys, it always starts with rejections and failures. No one becomes successful overnight. So it's a series of learning path that we take. We could either call it a failure or a learning phase. It's up to you, right? So we, learn from our failure, we improve ourselves day by day, and then we achieve something finally. So that's what Praveen journey has also showed us. So yeah, Praveen, that's really impressive to know what you have gone through, and I really admire your confidence and your never give up attitude. Actually, this is what keeps us going. So,
Yes.
Praveen, you might have faced, like as you said, you have faced a lot of rejections where you were kicked out of the team, and then you stand up again and fight for it. You improved your skill set and everything. In that journey, from being a Java developer to a DevOps engineer, from Infosys to Verizon and to Walmart, like you might have faced a lot of cultural differences where people are not ready to adopt the DevOps culture. They still stick to the legacy application and legacy processes. So, what was the biggest challenges that you have faced throughout your journey?
Very good question. I think this is the first time someone has asked a very different question out of the other podcast. So, Piyush, yes, this is one of the important factors where we have to consider how the team is utilizing the DevOps culture, and if they are not utilizing, how we can import that DevOps culture into the team is very much important. And if anyone is able to do that, that means you are receiving an award or you are receiving at least a promotion by next cycle. That is for sure, because teams, when they don't know what is DevOps, how to implement the culture, and their deployments are taking 2 hours to complete. Now if we as a DevOps engineer are going in and we are giving the best practices, then we are reducing the time, at the same time the efforts of the entire different teams in this phase, right? So I would say it was difficult in companies, like every company was using
Mhm.
DevOps culture, but the thing was, inside the projects, some modules were not onboarded into DevOps practices,
Yeah,
right? For them we have to chase. And if the old legacy application is coming into DevOps culture, then there are many vulnerabilities. Like if
yeah,
it is passed through
exactly.
Sonar, then you will come to know that thousands of bugs have come onto the Sonar dashboard, right? So those kind of things, how we are resolving sprint by sprint, how we are reducing, those were the issues which we faced actually.
So, yeah, I mean, that's very well explained, Praveen. Thank you very much for that. So, I have a follow up question related to the like on the same lines. So,
Okay.
some people call it a culture, some people call DevOps a set of tools and practices, and some call it with some different, like we have a lot of different definitions of a DevOps. So, what
Yes.
according to you is DevOps?
So, according to me, in my 7 years close to experience, right, I strongly believe that DevOps is not just tools, or DevOps is not just process. DevOps is about learning all things. At least, if you are going into DevOps, then you should learn coding, you should learn monitoring, you should learn security, you should learn how the teams are working. You should have some leadership qualities. You also should need to know how to handle various multiple failures. You also should know how to Google the task. You also should know how to grab an opportunity when it is coming to you, right? So it means various factors are involved. And when I say coding, at least 20 to 30% of you knowing the shell scripting, Python scripting, and even Java, and even Node.js. It might sound very hard to anyone who is watching, but trust me guys, if you follow up with one project, right, a basic project also, you will come to know how actually the teams are working in DevOps, right? So that is where I learned, and that is what I will tell also.
That's really amazing. That's the perfect definition of DevOps. A lot of people have asked me different questions about like in interviews and with the teams that I was working before, like what according to you is DevOps, and most of the people they were like DevOps is just a set of tools. It's like
Yes.
automating something with the help of Jenkins, Artifactory, GitHub, and no one really focuses on the part that DevOps is also a culture. DevOps is a set of tools and practices. It's an ongoing process of improvement, learning, and implementation. So no one really
Yes.
talks about that, but you have explained it very well. You have partly covered my next question, but what according to you is a perfect DevOps roadmap for someone that is trying to transition their role into a DevOps engineer, or someone who know a little by self learning and self taught?
Great. So, according to me, right, the roadmap is very simple, Piyush. Right, if you are a fresher, or if you are an experienced, or if you are changing a domain, right. So, main set of tools, what I would recommend is, like, divide the tools into streams. As I've told you in the previous question also, like security monitoring, the repositories, the cloud, right. At least go with one cloud. Now, part B, we are dividing into two things: part A and part B. Part B, you only have your cloud, right? And then in part A, you have all set of tools. And in part A, segment wise, I will be telling, like, Git or GitHub for the repository, right? For build tools, you can take Maven and Gradle. For repositories, you can go with JFrog or Nexus. Then for configuration management tool, you can go with Ansible or the Chef, right? And Kubernetes anyways will be there. So these all things will be forming a tool chain, and it doesn't matter that you stick with one. You can go with any set of tools, but make sure that whatever you are learning according to the standards what company is demanding.
Yeah.
It's not like you learn ABC, small things like what is git pull, git push, then you feel yourself as a DevOps engineer. No, you have to know some REST APIs automation, as I've told you. You have to know some little bit of coding and all those things. Then only you will be able to crack some good organizations.
That's really great. So yeah, you have already explained like you should know a little bit of coding or at least scripting in Python. But how important is to know data structures and algorithms if you are applying for a job as a DevOps engineer?
So guys, when I was doing the job switch, right, so companies like Amazon or Google has given me the DSA round, but still I would say you should not learn, I mean, you cannot, or you should not learn more DSA, because what I feel is, if you are learning that one, that means you have potential skill to acquire that complete DSA, right? So what I would say is, you can go with the medium lead code or medium hacker rank, where the questions of understanding you will get, what type of
Mhm.
questions people are asking outside you will get, not into the maximum hard level of questions. Now the companies like, as I've told you, Google and Amazon and other companies like Walmart will be giving you some DSR questions which will be medium, and if you are able to crack, that is well and good. If not, that is also fine. Then you can practice on the questions asked and again come back with more power.
So yeah, so like if I conclude that answer, so you would need a basic to intermediate level of knowledge in
Yes,
DSA, but only when you
yes,
are applying to big tech companies. Like
yes.
for service based companies, startups, and all other companies, it is not really a mandatory requirement for a DevOps.
Correct. Exactly. Yeah.
That's a perfect answer. Thank you for that. So
Take
Praveen,
it.
according to you, let's say someone who is ready to get his or her first DevOps project or first DevOps job. What suggestion would you give to those people? Like what do they do? How should they prepare? What all things they should learn? And how would they implement it, like personal projects and whatnot?
Correct. So as of now, right, Piyush, from 2015-16, this DevOps culture has started, and now somewhere I feel everything is available on the internet. If you type
Yep,
something, the Google is giving you the answer for
that's
that. Now it's up to up to the viewers or up to us how we take the learnings from that. Suppose I am now trying to learn Python or data engineering, so I will just hit some projects on Python and data engineers. I will get it. But for a DevOps engineer, they always should come up with the tools they should set up in their laptop. They should go with either of the type of project. Either if you are taking Node.js, then you build your pipeline in the Node and try to deploy it into the Minikube or Rancher in local laptop only, because
yep,
that is your first project where you are learning something new. Now suppose Jenkins is there, how you integrate Jenkins with different tools, then at least one tool you can take, like Sonar. If you are taking, you make sure that it is both are integrated, and you will come to know so many errors are there, like
yeah,
property file is missing, or you have not integrated into the global tool configuration, you have not added the plugin itself,
that's
right?
true.
So if you have done with one tool, then you will come to know what other tools you can add on top of that, right? So I will tell step by step, baby steps we all should take for the first time, and as you get matured, then that itself will become your project in your resume.
So, like, okay, we have acquired the knowledge, we have worked on personal project, but how would we showcase those skills that we have acquired as part of our resume?
Great. Yes, this is one of the best, I think, thing which anyone can do, right? Whatever you have learned, let's take you have learned the CI/CD itself, right?
Okay.
Now, if you are asking me the question and I am sitting in the interview, I will boldly tell him that yes, boss, I have integrated these tools, and a few of the issues have occurred, like SonarQube plugin was missing. So what I did is I just went to the Google for a fresher. This is, by the way,
Yeah.
and like he can tell the steps what he has followed. Now for an experienced person, you should also know how teams are working, right? Now you can check in YouTube channels, like someone will tell day-to-day activities what they are doing in DevOps, right? So you can tell the same way, like you should tell that if you are, if you have worked or not. But the confidence is very much important. The way you are explaining, he should trust you that okay, this guy has literally worked on the DevOps projects. Now in the second part, if you are not knowing anything and if you are missing some answer, then also don't worry. Whatever you have learned, so let's take Piyush is asking me question A, and if I don't know that question, I will tell him politely that hey Piyush, I have not worked on this tool, but irrespective of this tool, I have worked on this tool where I am very
So
much
you
confident.
should give them something, like
Yes,
not
yes.
just say I don't know anything. You say,
Yeah.
I have not worked with Jenkins, but I worked with GitLab CI/CD, which works on the
Yes.
similar basis, right? It's a
Yes, exactly.
CI/CD tool used to automate your end-to-end deployment lifecycle. That's really a good suggestion, bro. What do you think has the community played a role in your career and your professional life?
Great. So, Piyush and everyone who is watching our podcast till now, right? So, one of the important factors I would say, like the journey has started with community building only, and LinkedIn is very, very good platform for everyone to explore. Even whatever jobs I have got, even whatever friends I have made, even whatever the opportunities it had given me, like. I used to teach to various students in various platforms in big ed tech companies also. All those opportunities only LinkedIn has given me. So yes, I would definitely say community building is very must. And that's like a building your own brand, right? And now if you see, I have not posted in LinkedIn for almost like 1 week. And if I suddenly post anything on LinkedIn, people will not react to our post
Yes,
because they will think that he is not regular on LinkedIn. But
yes. Just
I
so
am
you
serious.
should be consistent enough.
Yes, yes. Even today, I released a post of data engineering in my channel, and I posted on LinkedIn. It didn't got that much response because last 1 week I was off, and no one will actually try to support your post. That's how the building works. And now I am thinking like I should be back to my
Yes.
original things from
Yes,
tomorrow.
definitely. So there is this thing as well. Like you said, you had some things to take care of, so you were not really active on LinkedIn for a week. But I have seen a lot of students, even working professionals, who are active on LinkedIn just when they are looking for job, and once they get
Yes,
the job, they just move away from LinkedIn.
yes,
So this is what I would suggest to every viewer who is watching this. Like, LinkedIn is not just a tool to get your job. It is really powerful. You get a lot
exactly.
of community support from there. You get to meet new people, share ideas with them. And but if you be consistent in that, with engagement of the community, like, you would definitely achieve success, and you will be keep growing in your career. So LinkedIn
Yes,
is really powerful if it is used in a way that is intended to be used. So don't
yes.
just use it for, whenever you are looking for any job. Just try to be consistent enough, try to engage with the community, try to help each other, and this is how we learn and grow, right? Because when we are teaching something, like Praveen mentioned, Praveen has been doing a tremendous job in, teaching college students, even working professionals, over LinkedIn and over YouTube. And he is also running a DevOps Bootcamp. Do check that out, guys. I'll post the link in the description section below. This is how we help each other, right? We share things that we know, and we acquire knowledge that we don't know. So, coming back to our topic, Praveen, so this would be the last question, um, for the today's podcast. So, what
Yes.
advice would you give for the college students that are their final year or in their final semester and planning to get their first job as a DevOps or as a cloud engineer? So, what
Very good.
advice or what preparation they should be doing?
Yes, very good question. When, as I've told you in the start of the question, when you asked me first question, right, uh, how your journey started. So I would say I have told that I even don't know what is ABC of the companies, right? Now you have everything in front of you. You have content creators, you have YouTube, you have various blogs, you have various academies which has come into place to teach you. Only request is whatever you are doing, do with complete focus. Coding is must, guys, for everyone. Even though you come in DevOps, come in Salesforce support, whatever it is, at least 20 to 30% is good at, you should be good at coding. So start with HackerRank or Lead Code or whatever you feel like is good. And also acquire some projects. You just hit in Google like DevOps real time projects. Plenty of projects have been there. Or else you can go with any YouTube channel, they will explain you in depth. And do that and put that in your resume. And also some industrial training or some, you have to make sure your ability or your personal development skills are also added to your resume. Like you have given some seminars, or you have gone to some industrial training, you have organized some events. So all those things makes you a complete IT engineer is what I believe.
That's the perfect suggestion. Okay, I know I told you that this was my last question, but I just remember one more. So I'll just hit it. So, what, according to you, would be top 5 skills to be a successful DevOps engineer? Like if you rank that from highest to lowest, what would be the top 5 according to you?
Okay, first is the leadership qualities, right? Because you have to convince the other teams, you have to talk with your peers in a proper way. You have to make sure if some deployment activity comes in, you have to handle multiple teams. Even sometimes senior directors, senior managers join the call, and you have to make sure they are understanding the things you are explaining. So leadership qualities is must and should. And the way, if the entire life cycle in your organization you should be knowing of, right? And that's why I always tell some little bit of coding is also required. So second place I will give to the life cycle understanding of DevOps in your organization. Some third thing will be like you should always try to learn, because in market today is like in 2016-17 there was Docker, it died. I mean, not died in the sense, Docker swam. After that the Kubernetes came into picture.
Yes.
So 16-17 era is gone, now Kubernetes era has started. Now
Yes.
Kalko, some other era will come, so you should continuously learn. So third point is always continuous learning, which will make you the market leader. And fourth is like, even though if you have fallen down, right, as I have kicked out in the project, so nevertheless always try for better opportunities and start building your community. That is very much important. Brand, basically, right? That your name should be a brand, ideally, to many people. So these all things will definitely help you, and
Okay.
eventually you will learn.
So
Yeah.
this answer you have explained really beautifully, and you have covered all the important points. Like when we ask this to people, they would say first skill would be Jenkins, then CI/CD, then Python or something. But these skills, these are really underrated, and these are the must-have skills. And
Yes.
I'm glad that you have explained it, and the way you have explained it, like this would have given our viewers a little bit overview of what we are talking about. So yeah, thank you very much, Praveen. It was wonderful meeting with you again. So thanks for being with us here
Yes.
tonight. I wish we have more podcasts, more learning sessions in the future as well. We'll keep collaborating with each other, and we'll keep helping community in achieving their goals, as well as improving our knowledge by discussing these things with each other. So thank
Yes.
you very much, and you have a good day, and we will talk soon.
Thank you, Piyush, for inviting me. It was really awesome talking to you all. So, guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel of Piyush, and share it with your friends if you're finding any useful content which is helping you to grow. Right? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Praveen.